Attack commences in 30 seconds.
I'm looking forward to working with you all. Hey.
Alright then, what's happening folks? My name is Boo, and this is Overwatch. And I am excited to be making a video about a brand new shooter game that has utterly captured me. This game is fantastic. And I understand I'm going to have to strike a fine balance between talking about Overwatch and actually explaining what's happening in the game, since I think I can assume at this early stage, we're still in beta, not everyone really knows what's happening. So let's start with a nice simple one. I'm playing as Winston. Now, Winston is a scientist, a genius, and a gorilla. And when he ain't busy researching, he's tanking. He's a great big armored beast, and he will often be leading the front line for your team of 6. Now, with all that taken into consideration, what sort of abilities would you expect your big-brained monkey tank to perform? Where should we start? We'll start with the fun one. What kind of ape would you be if you couldn't leap a hell of a distance in the sky and crash down upon your enemies? You can cover a great distance with Winston's jump, and you'll need to, because your main weapon is this Tesla cannon, which you channel upon enemies in front of you. It's a very short-range weapon, but it's constantly ticking on them, and they will have a hard time escaping you if you catch them out. And, my goodness me, what is going on here? This is a whole load of nonsense. I have waltzed directly into the beehive. Oh, and we're revived in the center of the swarm. Get these buzzy little shits out of here. Now, Winston's cannon, kind of swift at taking out those turrets. Can you see him having a hard time keeping up with this manic pace? Oh, alright, I think everything is about to calm down for just a minute. Alright, let me regain my composure. We're capping the point. They're going to make a last-ditch effort to retain it. And those sharp shuriken sounds you can hear are the sounds of a desperate Genji who will not be able to ninja his way out of my grasp this time. Symmetra, also desperately rushing in, will go down. But Roadhog, the big man you see there spraying us all with his ultimate, knocks us all back way the fuck off the point. But leads me to this ability you see here, the barrier field, which is Winston's main defensive utility. He puts a large dome shield down on the ground that is mostly impenetrable by enemy attacks. There's a few exceptions, but you'll be blocking most projectiles. And now that we've captured that first point, the objective has now become a payload. A very fond objective type of mine that I know from Team Fortress, but I'm more than happy to see in any shooter game. And this is what you do with Winston. Single out a squishy. Make yourself difficult to hit as much as you can as a giant gorilla. And just tick them down. They'll go down eventually. And now that we've made a rather large push forward, we've cleared out the entire path for the payload. All we need is the payload, as I'm kindly reminded here by Soldier 76's call-out. Probably better head back and actually push this thing forward if we're going to win, so let's get that. And you can see at the bottom of my screen, that flashing complete circle there with a Q on it, is my ultimate. Heroes in this game all have an ultimate. Winston's Primal Fury enrages him. He becomes a gargantuan monster of a gorilla with 1,000 health. That is not easy to take down. While you're enraged, all you can do is leap and punch. And a punch has an enormous knockback to it. You will send people flying if you slap them. And the leap's cooldown is massively reduced. So, with all that in mind, your job, whilst enraged as Winston, is to make a nuisance of yourself. Be a gigantic pain in the ass, jump in there, sponge a bunch of damage with your massive health pool, and absolutely scatter the opponents by smacking them all square in the chops. Sounds easy, right? I don't know. Probably is easy, but I'm still learning to embrace the tank mindset and master it. My desire to chase and kill somebody still gets the better of me from time to time. As you're about to witness, I put myself in a dangerous place and could probably pop my ult to, clear the Roadhog and other DPS off my team, but instead I find myself hunting this Symmetra, who isn't particularly efficient and scary in a big team-wide brawl like this. And while that didn't look too bad, we did kill a bunch of them. The opposing McCree wiped out a bunch of my teammates, and I can't take him on here. The rest of us who live are now at odds and evens. We're all over the place. Farah's behind us. We're getting attacked from all angles. McCree has circled round and has caught me out, and I am stuck. It's decision time. Do I take him on? I take the health pack. I think I can take him on, but McCree has 200 health and a Symmetra shield for an extra 50. Destroyed. That was a clear mistake, watching it back. And in-game, I never would have thought it. It's like, oh, too bad it didn't work out. Watching it back, I get to think about it. How different would that have gone if I'd have played out my ultimate differently? Who knows? Not I. The game is so lightning-paced that it's too much for myself to comprehend in the heat of battle. Maybe this is how I learned to play the game. I learn by making a video. What have I learned? I've learned that McCree is a difficult target to kill because of his health pool, especially if Symmetra shielding him, and with his burst he's way too good at killing tanks and I will probably lose. Genji, after a recent patch, now has 150 health. Felt like a much more plausible victory, and he went down. Pharah, ambushed, dead. Symmetra, singled out, dead. Winston will capitalize and humiliate any lone squishies with ease. I'm continuing this hunt with 3 down, and I'm near death with 66 health. I hit my ultimate, and the good thing about Winston's ult, it will skyrocket you to 1,000 health regardless of what you had before. So, in the worst case, it makes for a good oh shit button. I'm not sure I agree with Pharah's approach here. My barrier soaks the brunt of her barrage. Hey, we're all still learning this game here. So that was huge. That was something I watched back and I thought, yeah, I did pretty good there. I did right. I took an alternate route, singled out the squishies, and I made an absolute bastard of myself. And I'd like to think the opposing team hated every second of me being in their face. So, wonderful. I aim to please. Winston has a nice option when here in this high noon. He can drop his barrier field to protect his teammates from McCree's very fatal shots. And I mean, with all the success I'm having in the last 2 minutes, I'm feeling so overzealous I will chase this Genji to the bottom of a seemingly bottomless pit. What am I doing? As embarrassing as that is, I would like to think that most of the work is done. My team can safely secure the card. Overwatch, what a game this is shaping up to be. There's a couple of games I've put a lot of time into that come to mind. Team Fortress and Smite. There's a common factor in those 2 games that have such pull for me personally. It's that they just have so much personality to them, such charming characters, and diversity. The art, everything is gorgeous to look at. The voice acting, as you might expect, I'm in love. Massively inspiring to me. I would love to meet the voice actor for Reinhardt, shake his hand and congratulate him on having a voice that I can only describe as fucking mighty. I think I've made my thoughts on this game quite clear and have said enough for now, so I hope you enjoyed. Thank you all very much for watching, and goodbye for now.